The main reason for this AI Meets Music Festival is actually, of course, the very big hype that artificial intelligence is seeing right now. A hype that in many ways is something we really should get rid of, getting back to a more rational perspective on what's really possible, what's really happening. But a hype that on the other side created for us working in culture and education a wonderful situation. I think there is on the one side this strong emotional aspect of the art form of music, but then music always was an issue of technology. I mean, even if you want to be a good singer and you wanted to sing louder, you had to train your technique of singing. The moment you didn't want to work just with your own tool, with your throat, and you had to create tools, machines, technology. And it's wonderful, the examples that we have in our exhibition. The first programmable machine is not in the Industrial Revolution, but in the 9th century, a musical instrument. St. Florian was a wonderful trick also. You use this environment that is immediately, you see it, and you are connected with hundreds or thousands of years of history. Just the announcement it's in a monastery for many, many, many people immediately creates a very complex, so to say, a chain of cultural connections, associations that immediately puts any topic, or it forces any topic into a more social, humanistic context.
Composing is just listening to a machine that talks. And there's a huge portion of work which is designing the machine or choosing and modifying the machine. You never do things from scratch. You try to work with that to make it learn, and at some point you just listen to that. When you're satisfied, you just say, well, now speak. And it could be for 1 hour, 1 month, or 1 year. And you collect a lot of data of the machine that speaks, and you choose among them. So I'm only a chooser. I'm only someone that takes a portion of the machine outputs. The starting point was to write music for a theatrical piece by Jean-François Perret, La Fabrique des Monstres, which was inspired by Frankenstein's, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, especially the middle chapters where the creature starts to learn from scratch. It was the music for that theatrical piece, but it also is a concept album, and it's an installation which will be performed here. We think as creativity as a process that has feedbacks and stems from something and goes somewhere, well, yeah, then the machine is absolutely creative because it gives me a hell of an important feedback to work with.
What we need to address in the future is to really identify what it means to be creative, or what is expression. I've worked on this AI system for about 1.5 years, and it enables any score, music score, to be played with expressive style of Glenn Gould, so that he can play any piece, even the pieces that he has never played in his lifetime. We analyzed about 100 hours of Glenn Gould's audio recordings to extract how strongly or he played a particular note, or how long, how short, what kind of timing deviations there are. On stage we had piano duet with human pianist and AI. Also we had a trio with a human flutist, human violinist, and AI. And to realize these kind of ensemble, we have developed another system for listening and watching human musicians and try to synchronize the playback of AI to human performance. Glenn Gould is special because there are so many special moments, and special moment is something that's quite genuinely surprising, something that you cannot obtain by minimizing an error on a training data set. So I think in order to have creativity, I'm not sure if it can be tackled entirely by data-driven manner. Maybe we need further understanding of ourselves, human understanding, perception of surprise, for example. And to combine these, I think we'll be able to create a tool that is genuinely engaging to use and to foster human creativity.
The chance to have the Bruckner Orchestra, a super high professional orchestra, playing this AI composition with all the sincerity and professionality of the orchestra, and then sitting in the audience, and recognizing, well, actually this music is creating emotion, it is touching, and when it goes into this harmony, it really resonates in my brain the way how I have experienced music for all my life.
Our idea was to find out what an AI system can do with the theme of Gustav Mahler's 10th Symphony, which is the unfinished symphony. Because it's a very challenging task actually, because the theme is very gloomy, it is very unusual, it begins only in one voice, and not even the tonality of the theme is very clear at the beginning. Fact is that the current deep learning models are able to deal with very large amount of data. And very often they can see dependencies and relationships in the data that human observers might not have been aware of. It is very interesting also to find out why it is possible that machines with no emotions and no idea of the world and of life can compose music. Either we have to admit that AI systems can be creative, or we have to reconsider our definition of creativity. Maybe not every part of a creative work is creative. Maybe there are highly predictive segments in a creative work.
This was a moment that really, it was exciting but frightening at the same time. I felt a little bit sad because in some moment I had the impression, something that was for me very clear, this is human. I was not sad or worried that it's drifting away. I was just a little bit worried that, okay, there is another frontier that is opening, because it gives us a new opportunity to think about humanity, to think about the way how we, in our societies, how we are ordering our living together. AI in the very rudimentary, simple form that we have it right now with the machine learning, with deep learning and these kind of things, is definitely a game changer. Not just again in the technological, scientific potential, but again what it does and means for society, for humans, for humanity.